So I was reading on it, says that you believed, or they think that you believe, that art was connected to science and nature.
Everything's connected if you think about it.
Yeah.
It just takes the right perspective to see that connection.
So, well,
Mathematics can be used to determine, different things that are not accurate. I mean, heck, even your posture can be broken down to mathematics.
That's that picture you drew that I saw of the man looking straight on, and you had all points of perspective, all arrows for his range of vision.
I understand that's a difficult concept, but I'm saying that everything is interconnected. So, yes, mathematics and science is connected to art, and in itself, it is an art. For those of you who actually already know that, I applaud you for making that connection.
So when you would dissect, because you wanted to know human anatomy better, when you would dissect the cadavers and you physically touch the organs and examine them, was that putting it into a connection to what you were seeing as a tangibility thing? Can you talk about that? Because I think that's...
Medical practice wasn't really the best.
Well, clearly.
So, there were certain things that people died because when they should have lived because of medical malpractice, because
Right.
the knowledge was not there.
Then, so are you saying that... Okay, then I guess I better let you say what you're saying, because I'm assuming something and you could be going someplace different. Can you explain why?
I'm saying not me specifically, but that mindset survived.
I know. But why did you get your hands dirty in cadavers and examine parts of the body?
Because I felt it would benefit me greatly. It may not be relevant to what I do, but think about it. I know it's a bit graphic to think of such, but but to have that understanding, in my point of view, it, in a way, dirtying my hands like that, helped me realize, every bit of it. So, the more that I could understand the body, or the human body specifically, it granted me more knowledge. I mean, how else do you think I would have been able to, paint the Mona Lisa if I wasn't familiar with the human body? So, and I know it's not really the best way of putting it, but if I hadn't done that, then I don't think I would have been able to actually create something beautiful. And another lesson for all of you who are watching at home or at work or on your phone, I want you to realize that even in the most darkest parts of your life, where the most horrendous things happen to you, good can come from it. Just think of how much stronger you'll be because you've went through these hardships, or have done something you haven't wanted to do, but you knew that you had to do it because that is your path. I'm sorry, am I going off on a tangent here?
I think just a little bit. That's all right.
My apologies.
That's okay.
All right, so next
question.
So
how do you feel about being called the Renaissance Master?
That's like, well, I guess back then it's like a king, like, I don't know, Italy gathering an army and then sending off to war, and they win, but they only give the general the credit for the victory.
So maybe you're a symbolic representation of the potentiality that you achieved in that time frame.
Yes, I realize they gave me that title, but I wasn't the only one, and I know there are historical records that remain that prove that I was not the only one.
Well, I mean, it's a distinct, honor to be included in the change of a society, into the evolution of a culture that expands. So I think, you know, you definitely are well deserved of having that honor. And, you know, like many others who define the transition of an age into something bigger. And I think that's great. So I would like to talk about, not much is known about your personal life, and I'm not looking to explore the details to prove anything to anybody, but I like to know the essence of who you were and your skill sets beyond the obvious of painting and sculpting and being mechanically oriented.
Well,
Talking about your intellect and imagination.
socially it was a little awkward because it was more along the lines of I would speak to someone, but I could not relate most times because they would be talking about just this event or certain things that I'm not really interested in. So basically thinking that happens, and or say like they need me to remember a certain event for a certain thing, and later on they get upset at me because I do not remember it. My mind is like, oh, put that back, but never think of it again because I'm always thinking of something else. So it's like there was always something on my mind that kept moving me forward, kept perpetuating cycles. Like he's like, yes, I try to remember, then it's like, oh, I forget.
Well, I mean, so are you saying that people would get frustrated with you because of...
Well, some of them did, but the ones who knew me was like, oh, that's Da Vinci.